Let me fix that actually. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. We are taking a look at the colder air moving in and the winds that'll be gusting near 40 miles an hour later on this afternoon. It's going to be a windy, cold, and damp Friday. Matter of fact, at 6 o'clock this morning, we were around 62 degrees in San Antonio. Now we're at 42, so a 20-degree drop in a matter of about 4 hours. So this is a pretty strong cold front. Yesterday we were in the 70s, now we're going to be in the 40s all day today, so this one means business. And yeah, a little bit of rain out there, scattered light rain, a few isolated downpours, but aside from that, this should not bring a severe threat, more of a cold and a windy threat later on this afternoon. Matter of fact, the Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for every county, mostly across South Texas for this afternoon. If you have any questions on traveling for today or this weekend, let me know. Most of this system should be out by tonight, but yes, right now we're kind of locked in under cloud cover. It's overcast out there, and likely in the next several hours, with these northerly winds moving up to 30 miles an hour, that should spike our mountain cedar. So right now, mold, oak, ash, and elm are very light. Matter of fact, mold is the highest allergen in the air, but still at 140, which is not terrible, but by tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, some of these winds may transport some mountain cedar from the hill country down in San Antonio. So if you're sensitive to that, get ready for that this evening. Aside from that, most of the rain is now south of San Antonio, moving towards the Texas Gulf Coast, near Beeville, George West, Corpus Christi. That's where the front is sinking farther south. And along that boundary, you get more lift and also some additional rain. With that being said, you can see up in North Texas, they are on the backside of the system where it's much colder, near freezing out near Lubbock and Abilene, which is why some of the air is supporting, some of the snow that's falling out near I-27 and I-20. And some additional downpours south of Dallas near I-35, Waco, Austin, and even some patchy wintry mix east of Kerrville. But the rain coverage is few and far between this morning, and that's how it really stays for the next several hours. Matter of fact, I do think most of the rain that falls is going to be this morning, and things should taper off later on this evening. But a closer look, let's stop the clock and show you where the light rain is falling. You can see northern Medina County near Texas 173 north of Hondo, some light rain over there. Bandera, kind of in a dry pocket in addition to most of Bexar County. Southeast of Kerrville towards Comfort, Highway 87, and west of Blanco. And north of Bernie, maybe an isolated moderate downpour, but nothing is forming in terms of heavier, severe weather. And you can actually see kind of across the hill country, maybe an area of sleet. This will most likely just be, drizzle, light rain. And maybe some freezing rain. Temperatures across the hill country are in the 30s, so I don't think anything that's falling is widespread. And you'll see most of this activity is patchy at best, moving towards the hill country and moving in from southwest to the northeast. So something to keep in mind if you have any plans to travel today. Some of the roads may be damp and wet in spots, but you can see the coverage of rain is not everywhere. Most of San Antonio is actually pretty dry at this hour. And we'll look at some of the rain accumulation totals in the coming minutes, and even at noon. Tune in at noon, and we'll take a look at that as well. But bigger story behind this cold front. Yes, colder, right? But winds will be moving up to 30, maybe 40 miles an hour this afternoon, which is why a wind advisory is in effect from the Weather Service for Bexar County, Atascosa County, any county highlighted in that tan shade towards Del Rio, across the hill country, up I-35, anywhere in this shaded area, along with areas towards the south like McMullen County, LaSalle County. Even though, these counties aren't highlighted, likely to see winds moving up to 30 to 40 miles an hour today, so prepare for that. But look at the cold air behind this system, right? I mean, we were in the 70s yesterday, now we're in the 40s, and we're going to struggle to make it out of the 40s this afternoon. 31 already in Midland, right? West Texas already below freezing, 24 in Amarillo, 25 in OKC. And you can actually pick out the, the cold front itself. Let's see if I can draw on this. No, it's not the right symbol. Let's erase that. Let's see if I can actually do something with this. Surface trough, cold. That's what I want. No, see, it's not cooperating with me right now. But let's see if I can erase that real quick. But if you look closely, let's rewind this back and show you like where the colder air is moving in, right? So you can see those northerly winds moving towards Corpus Christi, towards the valley. So the front is far to our south, that's for certain, but the colder air is kind of lagging behind it. And notice, I mean, it's freezing anywhere in these pink shades out in West Texas. And likely the hill country will see freezing temperatures by this evening. So the colder air is going to continue to crank in behind this front and continue to drop our temperatures. So it may be cold now, but it's going to get colder this afternoon as the air moves in from the north. So overcast at this hour, it's dry. This observation's from the airport. 42 feels like 34 when you factor in the northerly wind at 16 miles an hour. So a breezy to windy day is up ahead. As temperatures continue to plummet, air is dry, which is why some of the rain that is popping up on radar most likely not hitting the ground because it's probably evaporating before it hits the surface. But bigger story, yeah, those winds moving up to 20 miles an hour right now. Temperatures across the board. 37 in Bandera, 42 in Seguin, 49 near Calaveras Lake, 49 in Stinson, and about 43 around Lackland and downtown San Antonio, 42 at the airport, and middle 30s across the hill country already. So those are the counties like Kerr County, Kendall County, Gillespie County. Those counties are going to freeze first by this afternoon and this evening. And as skies clear by tonight, it'll be mostly clear by tonight. That's actually going to help temperatures fall even faster by tomorrow morning. We're forecasting around 29 for an overnight low here in the city. So a light freeze as you get up into your weekend. Current wind speeds. So these aren't sustained winds. These are wind gusts. So sustained winds are most likely around 15 to 25 miles an hour, but some gusts are moving towards 27, especially at the airport, 29 in Pleasanton, 32 in Seguin. It is windy out there, and 32 in San Marcos. So, and if you look towards the south, you can actually kind of pick out the boundary itself, the cold front. So it's moving towards Jim Moles County, Duval County, Clayburgh County, kind of towards the Rio Grande Valley as it approaches Falfurrias and areas towards Hebronville. So that's where the front is sinking farther south, but we're well behind it, which is why winds are moving pretty quickly this afternoon. So grab a couple layers, you'll need it because winds stay very gusty through the afternoon and even towards the evening. Here's the wind forecast trend for your Friday. It doesn't look like winds will relax until late tonight, probably around midnight through the overnight. So pretty much through 9 p.m. If you have any Friday night plans, windy, cold, and clearing skies. Now, I don't think we have to worry about rain tonight. It's really just going to be a wind event with this cold system. And you can actually see with your planner, 48 at 2 o'clock. And that might be a little generous. I do think we're even colder than that. I might have to fix that. And we'll drop into the 30s by about late tonight tomorrow morning. And notice by midnight we're clear, but the winds will be moving up to 20 and 30. So let's show you future radar. With those clouds moving out and the rain moving out by about, let's say, 5 p.m. this evening, everything's east of I-35 towards Houston. So if you're traveling to Houston later on tonight, that's where a lot of the rain will situate itself by this evening. But here in our area, I mean, Fredericksburg, San Antonio, most of Floresville, and, across our viewing area should be clear by tonight, 7, 8, 9 p.m. Matter of fact, we might even see a break of sun before the sun sets, which is around 6:30. But watch temperatures plummet. I mean, clear skies, low humidity, that helps temperatures fall very quickly. So tomorrow morning, we're looking at around 29 degrees for an overnight low in San Antonio, probably some middle 20s across the hill country. So in terms of rain, you saw on radar, it wasn't impressive. It was patchy at best. So rain is going to be more widespread this afternoon across the coast. But even at that, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch for our southern counties, Live Oak County towards McMullen County. And we may pick up a few additional raindrops this morning and this afternoon, but you can see San Antonio only forecasting for about 1/100 of an inch by this evening. Bigger story, you can see the winds by about 5 p.m. this evening, still gusty, right? Winds will be moving at 20 to 30, and then by late tonight, about midnight, that's when they slowly kind of taper off. And by tomorrow morning, we're just relaxed, and where winds are about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So your weekend forecast, if you have any plans this weekend, cold in the mornings, mild in the afternoons. I would suggest Sunday, the better half of the weekend, but both days are sunny and both days are fairly calm. And you'll see on Sunday, southerly winds return from the Gulf of Mexico, 10 to 20 miles an hour, so a light breeze on Sunday. But the bigger story, a light freeze expected both mornings. So if that tells you anything, don't plant anything just yet. We're in the middle of March, and we're still seeing freezes occur in the overnight, so not the best or conducive conditions for that. But afternoons look pretty mild, 58 on Saturday and near 70 on Sunday, so it looks pretty nice under clear skies. Now, we're taking you farther west, and you can kind of see this area of moisture on water vapor on satellite imagery. That area of blue right here. And right now it's a very weak system, but I mentioned this way off the west coast because this will bring a chance at rain, but right now we're not too keen on the idea of any rain, which is not good. We need rain. We're in water restrictions, we're in drought. We could certainly use a lot of rain this time of year. But I mentioned that system because on Monday night, you can see, let me stop the clock right there. It suggests a chance at rain, but it looks like east of I-35, like maybe towards Seguin, towards Waco, towards Houston. It looks like the chance at rain on Monday looks to be better there, and it looks like everything kind of stays east of San Antonio on Monday and Tuesday. So there's going to be a lot of sun in our forecast, and something to keep in mind on Sunday morning, 2 a.m., daylight saving time begins, so we jump ahead 1 hour. So at 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, we jump to 3 a.m., and we lose an hour of sleep. Now, if there's any good news with this, the entire month of March, we gain about 53 minutes of daylight. And after Sunday, or at least starting on Sunday night, sunsets will be closer to 8 p.m., so days will feel longer. Sunrise will be around 7:30 to 7:45 in the morning, starting on Sunday, and sunsets will be around 7:45 to 8 p.m., starting for the end of the weekend. So and that's all the way through June, and pretty much through the rest of summer, so that's the good news. But this is the month where we jump ahead, we spring forward, and it gives you an idea of when sunset can start to occur around 7:45 in the nighttime, so that's the good news. Lastly, we are looking at a live look outside with Skycam, with our airport cam, Calaveras Lake, Morgan to Wonderland. It is cloudy, so expect rain to taper off, but colder air to move in, so it's going to get colder later on today. And again, if you have any questions on any traveling across the state today, let me know. Terry says, crazy Texas weather. Yeah, I mean, it was in the 70s and 80s yesterday. Now we're in the 40s and 50s. It is a pretty strong cold front. Henry mentioned the same thing. Very cold out there today. And we'll have an update on this. We'll show you the extended forecast in the noon show today. So tune in at noon for the latest on local news and weather and everything you need to know. Patricia said, yeah, you mean shorts. Yeah, we were in shorts weather yesterday. Now we're very cold today. But the good news, the sun should come out, this evening and tomorrow on Sunday, so temperature should rebound fast. This will be a short-lived system in terms of rain and colder air. Matter of fact, we're in the 60s and 70s by Sunday, so it's going to be a lot nicer by this weekend. All right, guys, well, if you don't have any other questions, again, tune in at noon. We'll have the 7-day forecast then and additional information on the aquifer, allergy report, water restrictions, everything you need to know for the South Texas area. And if you live in San Antonio, we'll have more information on that and the complete 7-day on there as well. So tune in at noon. We'll be here live on Kent's 5. Aside from that, have a great Friday, guys. Stay warm and stay safe.